Hello and welcome to this guide to creating the Wobble Bass. So for this video we're going to look at Logic Pro X, specifically the ES2 synthesizer within Logic. So you load this up and quite often you're blown away. There's a lot going on. But it's actually, once you break it down, it's a fairly simple synthesizer that I'll just quickly help you to navigate right now. Okay, so as with all synthesizers, we generally start with our oscillators. So with the ES2, there are actually 3 oscillators going on. So you can actually turn these off and you see the window closes. Your selection of waveform, as always, is here. So the ES2 is really useful in that it has a sine wave oscillator, as well as the normal pulse, square, triangle, and sawtooth here. Very useful. Okay, so we're going to head up to here. Okay, so I'll just give you a listen to these oscillators as well. And then combining. Turn this one on. Okay, and as with any synthesizer, the next stage we move to, here is our filter. So the ES2 actually has 2 stages of filters which you can blend between. So the first one is fairly standard. Sounds very similar to something like a Moog or a Korg. So it has a nice driven cut-off and a resonance that you can get to really squeal just like on a Moog or a Korg. Okay, there we go, and you can also add drive to distort your filter a little bit more. Now on the ES2 as well, we have, as I say, we have the second filter, which just allows you to do a little bit more blending between 2 different filters. So you can just do a bit more sound design with this synthesizer. And then what I love as well is you can actually do some frequency modulation between the 2. Which just gives you a bit more control over, as I say, more diverse sound design effects. Okay, and then the last section, as always on a synthesizer, running across the top here is your output section, so your amplitude, your amplifier. Here we have also a sine level control, which, as on a lot of digital synthesizers, adds a sine sort of subtone. So if you want those real fat bass tones, you can use that as well. Gnarly. Okay, cool. I'm just going to drop my output section a little bit. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a closer look at the next section of the ES2, which is this router section. So the router section on the ES2, at first glance, looks a little bit complicated, but essentially it's like patching on a modular synthesizer. Okay, so I'm just going to turn these 2 patches off. We don't need those. But what we're going to do is we're going to use this patch. So currently the pitch is being modulated by the LFO. As you hear. So we don't want that style of modulation. What we instead want is the LFO to modulate the cutoffs. So scroll down here to cut 1, 2, and that's both the cutoff here and the cutoff here. And straight away, there we have our wobble bass sound. Okay, so what we can actually do then in Logic is head to the automation lanes, and you can actually automate the rate for LFO2. So you can have those effects where you have slow opening of the cutoff, speeding up as you desire. So you can automate that to a part. So if we play a drum beat, just to give you an example. Just something like that, just to give you a demonstration. Now the next thing I like to do as well is to actually use the mod wheel that's on my keyboard, so I can actually perform in that automation too, because sometimes writing it doesn't give you the feeling that you want. So we're going to head to the controller assignments. So Option Shift K will bring up your controller assignments. Now here I've already actually assigned some controller assignments, so I'm going to get rid of those. So I'm just going to pop into Learn mode. I'm going to click on the LFO2 control. Now you'll see then it comes up here waiting for the message, and I'm just going to move my mod wheel. Okay, so just to demonstrate that again, I'll delete this. So pop back into Learn mode. Click on LFO2 and I'm just going to move my mod wheel. Okay, so now you see in ES2 I'm moving the mod wheel on my keyboard and the LFO is moving here. So it just becomes a bit more performed. So as I play I can adjust that LFO speed. Okay, and what it's doing is it's adjusting the open and close of this cutoff here. So the more you adjust your cutoff as well, the more you can colour that tone a little. And there we go, a simple demonstration of the ES2 to create a wobble bass.